All right, so looking back at rock, metrics. Metrics are just basically a way to measure anything that you want. Anything can be a metric. You can have attendance as a metric, you have salvations as a metric, baptized in the Holy Spirit as a metric. It's just a way of being able to see what's happening over a prolonged period of time. So if you go right under the book here and you go to the bottom where it says weekly metrics, you can see that you've got your some dates and times. Okay, so let's click on Sunday. Let's go Sunday 15th. I just wrote in some numbers here, just silly numbers. 520 in attendance and 53 salvations. That was in the 10:30 service. In the 8:30 service, we had 325 in attendance and 2 salvations. Okay, and you made some notes here. That's where you enter the metrics in at. Let's see what happens to those though. When we go under the wrench and we go under metrics, we can kind of see these all over a period of time. So adult attendance, as this goes on, you'll see a chart begin to grow. Since you've only entered in one date, there's nothing to really chart. But you can see right here, you can see that you've got these. You could delete it here if you wanted to. Salvations, again, you don't see the chart because there's really nothing to chart yet. There's not multiple dates, but here you've got these in. Let's say you wanted to start keeping a metric of people being baptized in the Holy Spirit. So we'll just call it Spirit Baptism, and subtitle, let's call it test. You put a description in. Metric champion. Okay, so that says this is the person that's responsible for overseeing the metric and making sure that we reach our goals. So we'll just put in F. Dean Hackett. I thought that's what we call him. We'll just call Hackett. Where is he at? There he is. And the administrator. Okay, this is the person responsible for entering it in. So this person's going to see the report. This person's going to enter it in. You can have the same person if you want. Just for simplicity, we'll make it the same person. Okay, so Dean Hackett, there we go. What category is this going to go under? Well, the only category we have right now is weekly metrics, so that's what's going to be. Unit label, this is the label that will be used for the y-axis. So, number of people baptized. Oops, there we go. And it's going to ask you, is this cumulative? In other words, if there was 10 one week and 10 the next week, does it show up as 20 or does it show up as 10 and 10? So you got to decide what you want. Source type, manual. This is going to be, you're going to manually enter it. It's not going to be pulled from, some other source. You're going to manually enter this. So now you hit save. It's going to take a second to show up, but it'll show up. My goodness. You're still on the 60-day trial on your server, so as soon as you make the payment, your server speed will triple. You'll find that it won't hang up like this. We're going to recycle the page. We may have to remake this metric. Nope, it's right here, Spirit Baptisms. Okay, so now you can enter it in here, and let's say that on the 15th you had 20 people baptized in the Holy Spirit. You could make a note if you wanted to, but there you go. It's there. Oops. I zoomed in on my screen. There we go. Now if you also go to weekly metrics, you can see that I believe you have it up here as well. Tools, let's see here, weekly metrics. Maybe not, maybe we don't, it doesn't show up here, but you do have it down here, your metrics. You can add them in, so and you can keep track of that. So the cool thing about metrics is that you can start and stop anytime. Say you just want to measure the growth of something or the shrinking of something for just maybe 12 or 13 weeks. You can do that. Create a metric, enter in your numbers, and you can kind of keep track of it that way. You don't have to customize a report and make sure that's pulling data from this. You can just enter in, raw data the way that you see it, and you can grab a report from it that way.